Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. This time we circle back to something we've seen before to see something really cool that matches it from another region and finally fills a gap in many fans' collections, if you can get your hands on it. You may recall that back in 2008 we saw the home video release of the Clone Wars film, theatrical release and then home video release within months of each other. In the US, you had that Blu-ray release, it was just the regular release. You had the Blu-ray release from Target that came with the comic. You had a DVD release from Target, you had a single DVD release, a double DVD release, all these different releases. And we saw the first Star Wars Steelbook in the US as an exclusive to Best Buy. But it's DVD. This is the only time there's been an American release of a Star Wars Steelbook that is DVD only. We had Rex there with the Clone Wars logo. The spine had Lucasfilm at the top, then Star Wars The Clone Wars, and down lower DVD and the Warner Brothers Home Entertainment logo. The back had our cool shots there on top and bottom with a few shots in between, cast crew information and legalese down at the bottom. And you may recall that the disc labels each had Rex as well. This was the disc with the digital copy on it, because this is before the digital copies were just codes to unlock. You actually had the digital copy on a disc. That was the digital copy disc, disc 2. But the regular disc with the film itself on it was this, right? Clone Wars logo, Rex, disc 1, the logo for Lucasfilm and Warner Brothers, DVD, and legalese along the edge here. Inside, we had that shot, okay? But again, that was a little bit weird, because not only was it a steelbook, and it was our first time seeing a Star Wars steelbook, so we were kind of like, what is this? But also, looking back on it, it's just an oddity because it's DVD only, which also means that the packaging is taller than any of the other steelbooks we got later for Star Wars films. So it's an oddball, right? Even for a Star Wars collector of steelbooks, it's the weird one in the collection. It doesn't look like the rest, it's taller than the rest, it's not the same format as the rest. Boy, wouldn't it have been nice if there was a Blu-ray version of Clone Wars in a steelbook. Well, yeah. That would have been nice. And yes, it did happen. But it did not happen in the United States. It was a relatively small release out of the Netherlands. Okay, so if you are looking for the Clone Wars Blu-ray in steelbook form to go in your collection of Star Wars steelbooks, it exists. But it's not from around here. I finally got my hands on this highly sought after, relatively expensive release, and that is this. Now notice the Blu-ray up at the top. This is actually built into the packaging. The blue part is built into the coloring of the steelbook itself. Rex again, Clone Wars logo again, Netherlands rating down here on the bottom. Now this, I think, is like a buy 3, get 4 kind of thing, but it's not in a language that I can speak. I've left it on here to show you it now. I'm probably going to take it off when it's sitting on my shelf because I feel like it just mars the art. But I wanted you to see it so that if you are looking for this yourself and you see that sticker on it, you know that is a legit copy. That is a legit sticker. Somebody may have peeled it off, but if it's in its original shrink wrap, that should be on there. The back is essentially the same, except of course squished down given the fact that it is a Blu-ray sized case. And you have the blue bar running across the top. And then there's your spine here. Blue, then the Blu-ray symbol, Star Wars The Clone Wars, Lucasfilm product number, and Warner Brothers down there on the bottom. Okay. But it's a steelbook, just like the other, except this is a Blu-ray sized and Blu-ray style steelbook. There is another little insert in here. This is an advertising insert, that whole take 3, get 4 thing that has some other films advertised and whatnot on there. The actual disc is what you would expect, probably. It is designed to look a lot like that one we got for disc 1 for the film on DVD in the US. Star Wars The Clone Wars, there's Rex, BD02DIM1/Z9, and other product information there. It does not say disc 1 or anything like that. We have legalese in English around the edges here. Actually, around this edge, and then and I believe it's French and whatnot up here. Then we have Lucasfilm logo, Warner Brothers logo, Blu-ray symbol. And then inside, same artwork. Now, if you pop this in, what you'll find is basically it's just the language options that are different. It did have one of these little slips of paper adhered to the back of the Steelbook, so I did keep that. But it's all, of course, in a language I can't speak. So it gives us our vital stats, information about the film, information about special features, various symbols, cast crew information, legalese, hologram for Warner Brothers, rating and why, and so on down here at the bottom. The actual languages I've made a note of. The actual language options for spoken language on this one are English, French, German, Spanish, Dutch, Catalan, Danish, Norwegian, Bokmai, and Swedish. And both Norwegian and Bokmai are noted as being listed as for Norway. And then we have subtitles that are in English, French, German, another German set. There's 2 listings for German. Spanish, Dutch, Chinese, Korean, Danish, Finnish, Norwegian, Swedish, French, another German, and Spanish. So multiple German, and then, multiple French, and so on and so on. So just like what we see with a lot of the Blu-rays from outside of Region A, right, from outside of the US and surrounding area, we do see basically the exact same breakdown and setup of the Blu-ray. Same bonus features, same movie, same everything, except different language options built into the disc. That is the only distinguishing feature outside of just the fact that, the label is different. Take this label off, you could confuse this with any American Blu-ray copy of it with the exception of the language options. Now, again, not easy to find, and it can cost a pretty penny. But this is the answer to those who are looking for a Steelbook of the Clone Wars to fit in with all their other Star Wars Blu-ray Steelbooks. It was released, but it was released in the Netherlands. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.